Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to do a video showing you how to sharpen scissors. This is very intimidating for people. They have no idea how to sharpen scissors. It's very, very simple. All scissors really are two knives, but you take a different approach to it. If you are really into knives and you already know how to sharpen them, that's one thing. But you have to understand the concept of what it is. Like sharpening a knife, basically you're trying to make, both ends meet up to a very fine point, and that gives you a sharp edge. Where sometimes, in the case of scissors, or let's say ice skates, perfect angles, perfect 90-degree angles are basically what create that sharp edge. It's not quite the same. You don't always have a symmetrical thing with folding knives and fixed blades. You tend to, have a symmetrical grind. Obviously, chisel ground blades are a little bit different in that sense, and there's different grinds, but generally speaking, it's even. Scissors are not, and scissors are also sharpened on a different angle. Now, you can buy kits and sharpening, equipment that's specifically pre-angled for you, that takes all the thinking out of it. They have ones where basically you slide through the blades and you kind of, put pressure as if you're cutting and slide out. Those are super simple, but you don't even need something like that. Pretty much any kind of sharpening equipment you can use for sharpening scissors. Here I have a Lansky bench stone. This is an ultra fine diamond stone. I don't need the base for this because I want to hold it up here to show you, but obviously you would put this in whatever system you have or bench stone, keep it very sturdy for a consistent angle. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to hold it. So basically, first let's take a look at our blades. All right, don't think of these as scissors, just think of these as two individual blades. All right, the easiest way to figure out how to sharpen anything with an edge is look at it. If it's not super deformed, you can see exactly what the edge is supposed to be. In this case, these scissors are pretty new. Fiskars is a great brand of scissors. If you're looking for scissors, get a pair of Fiskars. They're really good. I actually like the all metal ones, the old school kind you have like in school with the black handle, and they weigh like 15 pounds. Yeah, those are the best scissors. But anyway, taking a look at this, all right, we have a flat edge, all right, and on the other side of our blade, there's no grinding. It's completely flat. So what we have is a fat chisel ground blade. That's basically what we're looking at here, so treat it as such. So on the back end, we're not really sharpening at all. I'm gonna give you a little tip towards the end here, but it's not necessarily good for scissors. But anyway, if it was really, really rounded here, all right, you'd have a very bad problem. If you really want to sharpen a pair of scissors like that, obviously scissors aren't super expensive. You could pay up to $20 or $30 for like the really best scissors out there. I don't know, $6, $7 you can get a pair of scissors at Walmart or wherever. They're sold everywhere. But if you did want to repair a super dull pair of scissors, basically, you would have to grind the back of the blade completely flat. All right, and if you put it on a stone, it would literally be flat, all right, and there's no angle at all, just completely flat. And then once you ground down a little bit, you'd have to grind the other angle, right? Some scissors, well, I should say most scissors, are able to be taken apart. In this case, this has a simple Phillips head screw. So, if I were actually sharpening these right now and not doing a demo, I would take it apart and I would treat each handle as if it was one blade. That's the best way to do it. If you try to sharpen it when they're open, you create problems, you make it harder for yourself, it's awkward because you have things sticking out that are in the way. All right, so if you can disassemble the scissors, take them apart first, and then treat each one individually. So in this case, all you're doing is you're sharpening this angle. What degrees, it doesn't really make a difference. You don't even need to know that. All you have to do to make this simple is follow that same edge. So, we're going to sharpen this right now. What I would do is you look at that edge. All right, I'm trying to give you a good angle here. It's hard because the scissors are sticking out. But basically, you'd want to turn this until it meets that edge. And that's exactly the angle you need. So again, if this were on the table and I was doing this properly, I would follow this angle all the way across the stone as if it was a blade, because that's exactly what it is, okay? Now, you can also use rods. I don't recommend them. You can use them in a pinch, but I would recommend a flat stone because you need that flat surface. If you start getting into using rods, there's a lot of margin for error here. But basically, it would be the same thing. You'd want to, this is better for me for illustrative purposes to show you this, but whatever stone you're using, you want to create a flat edge. All right, if you're angled, see the space? See how I created like a triangle of space? You don't want that. All right, you want to keep this completely flat against this flat edge here. All right, as long as that's flat, it will sharpen. all right? But again, the inherent problem here is it's very easy to wiggle around. If you have a steady hand or take it really nice and slow, you could use a sharpening rod to sharpen your scissors as well. So in essence, what we're trying to do is create a nice sharp connection point between this angle, friggin' scissors, hit my camera. You want to create a nice connection space or connection point between this angle and the back angle, okay? So although it's not symmetrical, all right, it's kind of funky and wide, but basically right here at the tip, you want that super, super fine where they meet up. As long as they meet up pretty fine, all right, obviously how the scissors are ground, the angles that they're at already, that's why they cut, all right? You have two really fine edges. And when they come together, at that point, they cut things, okay? All scissors are two knives. It's just they work together, in essence, to cut things easier and more precisely than a single blade. So, anyway, it's really simple. It is not, shouldn't be intimidating. It's not complicated. Just follow the angles that are already on your pair of scissors, and you're gonna be fine. So hopefully that encourages some of you guys out there to go take your probably dull scissors and take your cool sharpening equipment that you bought for your knives and use them to sharpen your scissors so you don't have to struggle. It's like anything else, just no different than knives. And I've said this before, the sharper the knife is, the safer it is to use because you don't have resistance. If you start struggling while you're trying to cut something, whether it's with a knife or a pair of scissors, that's when you have potential of not only screwing up what you're cutting and not cutting straight and properly, but also it becomes something that's dangerous. All right, once you start to struggle, then you can, you're putting too much pressure on things and you're gonna push off, you might stab your leg, cut something you don't mean to cut, including you or someone else. So anyway, sharpening scissors is really easy. Hopefully that helps you guys out. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take care.